Yo, 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 what's going on? Only 30 seconds before open. I'm also streaming on Discord because I know some of you like that. I have my mic off though. Or not my mic, I have my headset off. You knew what I meant. Or wait, letter Buck. Let's go to the other channel. Pulled you in here. Excuse me. We are getting a slightly higher open today. I'm gonna actually zoom the chart up a little bit. I don't know why I got it so low. There we go. It's kind of what we're looking at right now. So we're looking at us possibly breaking this resistance if we can. We're making it to 535.66, 537s, maybe even 540 today for all we know. That's like a more further extent target. If we reject here, I'm not just looking for one drop. I want to also see a second rejection with a lower high and a break of previous day close. Those are my multiple parameters to get me into shorts. So we'll be looking at that. Let's look at our top weights real quick. Apple's pretty flat. Microsoft's trying to break previous day high. Nvidia breaking previous day high. Google breaking previous day high. Tesla falling pretty heavily right in the beginning of today. Excuse me. JPM, no. Alright, I guess I'll just leave it on SPY for a second. Did my game plan not send out? Oh, it didn't. Wow. Okay, the boss not on. Or I'll just retype it. So right now I'm typing SPY game plan today, watching for control of 534.13 to 534.67. A break. $535.60s. 537. I don't know if this sounds weird, but I said breaks that occur under this area or rejections with lower highs need to also break previous day close. Further under is 531.30s, 529.75. And 527.50. Alright, so just repeating the game plan out loud. The SPY game plan, we'll go over IWM next, is watching for a control of 534.13 to 534.67. You see that area? A break of this to the upside, we have 535.60s and 537 as main targets above. Breaks that occur under this area or rejections with lower highs, which we're not really seeing anything right now. We're just kind of seeing us trade in the area. We also need to see a break of the previous day close if we reject this or get a second rejection, I should say. Further under is 531.30s, 529.75, and 527.50. So these are the different areas we're going to be looking at beyond this area for SPY. I'm going to look at triple Q. I'm not going to go over levels because I didn't chart it yet. Oh wait, yeah, we did. This one's going to be the same thing though. We're looking at previous day highs for triple Q. So if you're looking at tech right now, you're watching previous day highs. IWM is also rejecting a pretty good area. Was kind of expecting this, but we'll see if we actually get any movement away from it today. It's good to see everybody though. Welcome. Hope everyone's having a decent Monday morning so far. Let me zoom on down to the smaller time frame real quick. IWM is actually giving a good rejection right now. It's breaking part of the base. So small caps could be pulling down right now actually. Possibly seeing SPY as well. Might mark this as like a dotted line so people don't forget it. Alright, so the Kindred channel for anybody in premium or lifetime waiting for that, that will be ready later today. It was supposed to be ready today, but we couldn't get it set up and I need the other guy to be here, so I'm waiting for a certain person. Why am I appearing online on Discord? Do not disturb, there we go. I was wondering why I was hearing my notifications. But yeah, so if you guys are ready for that, that'll be probably happening sometime today. I'm just waiting on somebody to get something fixed, and then it'll be good. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. Oh yeah, I need to take this guy's roll. There's a couple people that need to get their roll taken. Overall market is rejecting right now. Now I would like to add that this isn't really the most bearish scenario yet, but this is setting up a potential bearish scenario because we need to pull back, we need to do whatever here, I don't even really care what, and then need to see a better kind of second rejection or a break of the previous day close. If we get that second rejection or a break of this kind of amps up that potential selling pressure, in my opinion, based on our levels and all that. So I think we'll be looking at that right now. But yeah, right now SPY is not liking this previous day high area. saw Q's rejecting as well, I think. Yep, they are. Which, if you're watching the tech chart, you're kind of watching the high to the open of the last green candle of that previous day high. And they're perfectly rejecting that right now. And we've had these ready for most of these charts. I just haven't had to really adjust them in a bit. But you can see they're rejecting a pretty good area right here as well on small caps. 207s. But like I said, this isn't the first like super bearish move yet though. You really need to see that second rejection or a break of that previous day close, and that'll give you a little bit more, you know, selling pressure potentially. But I will say the overnight gap is completely shot, because they've already destroyed the golden pocket control point of that overnight gap. So we'll be seeing if they really do want to break that previous day close now or not. Good morning everybody on Discord, good morning everybody on the YouTube stream. Definitely be sure to drop a like if you're on the YouTube stream, it helps out the channel a ton. Glad to be here. Hopefully you guys caught the full day Friday stream. Pretty mid price action, it was decent, but we had an alright time in the stream at least. Everybody had a decent time at least. Oh, Ulta's still falling, that's insane. Holy Chevron. Yeah, I don't know. Chevron's a weird one right now. I don't know. I said last week that I really like energy to go up. And Exxon has already started doing that. Chevron kind of. I'm not going to say this is going up because it's really just flat if you think about it. But this is an insane start to the week, so I don't know. If they get a better higher low or a second push-up or a better impulse move, that'd be cool. But right now, why I say it's a weird play is because they are definitely lagging in terms of positioning on the chart. I know it's because of news from it's about a month or so ago now, but either way. You can see this chart here, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, new high, is nothing like this one. Or it's like this one was setting up to be just like it. Like it could have been right here with Exxon, but earnings. So, I don't know. I think this is a good ticker to keep an eye on. The reason I watch Chevron and Exxon so much, I don't really care for the companies themselves, is because they are basically the entire energy sector. There are other weights in there, of course, but those are definitely the most important. So if you're ever wondering what energy tickers are doing, you could most likely just click on those two. Damn, Susan said 534.01 is a weekly level, I believe. Like a weekly emerging level, I'm assuming you're saying? Which, that's okay if we don't have a weekly level marked, but that is interesting if it's there, because that would show that we're rejecting a pretty significant area on multiple time frames. So far, at least, I don't want to, you know, jump ahead of ourselves. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Thank you for that. Meta 15-minute might have found support on the 200 EMA and the 5-minute. Yeah, just be careful because we are getting a pretty nice steep pullback on SPY, QQQ, and IWM. So just be very careful on whatever dip you might be looking at. We have all three sectors breaking exactly the thing I said that could pick up the selling. We're breaking the previous day close on SPY after rejecting the area. We're continuing to break this little short-term base here, and we're rejecting that supply. And then triple Q, no, get off my screen. No. We don't want to trade you. No. We rejected the previous day high supply perfectly, and also breaking previous day close. But I didn't even need to mark it because we got a level pretty close. But yeah, as of the first 13 minutes, guys, selling has been very significant. Welcome everybody in the stream. Glad to have you all. Definitely be sure to drop a like if you're on the YouTube side. Definitely helps out. And Dondu, my bad guys, I'm just seeing the like announcement message things. Dondu, member for 14 months on the loyal supporter role thing. And Sandollar, thank you again, the Russian coffee. Keeping us alive. Yeah, be very careful. I was kind of thinking a lot of inside bars were going to start today, and for that to happen, we had to have a lower open on a lot of things. It meta is one of those right now. This is a very indecisive chart in terms of the daily time frame. We'll see how that ends, of course. It's only been 14 minutes. 513.26 is a level that I marked a while back on your meta chart, I'm assuming. 513.26. I'll just mark it to have it there with you. Oh, I didn't have the price level still marked. That's funny. 26. Extend to the left. Okay. Yeah, so I'll leave that marked and just go off whatever. I only have the daily marked and stuff. I don't have anything crazy. So I just got the supply, an old demand from an old gap and stuff like that. And then the demand of short term, the supply that stopped all-time high from just continuing to rip. Which I could probably fix this and make it to this high to the open of that candle, but I'm just going to leave it. Because they're basically at the resistance right now. This is the resistance that all-time high broke and then couldn't hold. So it dropped back under this. So this is a pretty significant level around 517 just in general. But good looks on this level too. Because it's good to kind of talk about the levels that are on your screen so you have context on how important each one of them are. Which it's pretty easy to forget about that stuff when you're just looking at them and zooming through each chart like I am. But very important. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why everyone's, I wouldn't turn super bearish just yet, but we are rejecting a pretty significant area, so kind of like the smaller time frames right now. You know, you're kind of given this option where it either rejects a pretty significant area, like it already is, it's already doing that. So the next thing that's next for more sellers to step in is either breaking another significant level, or we get this like short-term upside, which is not happening right now, and then you get the rejection of that. And that can come in multiple variations where it's a drop, a full retest, and a fall. It could be a drop, a mid retest, and then a fall. You know, they could do a single candle retest. There's a few things they can do to do that, but either way, we're looking for that on the bigger time frames as well right now for SPY. So it's just kind of weird how that lined up. Excuse me. See a lot of large red candles, yeah. Oh no, you're good. You're good, Devil. I was just going over it as well. I definitely didn't like entries yet on that one. Let's see. Dr. J said, was away from the market for a week at the same level from when I left. It must have been a boring week. You were not wrong. And for some reason, I thought it'd be a good idea to do a full day Friday stream that week, which we should probably do another one this week, since hopefully this week will be a lot better. 1 second, I need to switch my monitor screen. So YouTube stream, you're not going to possibly see anything for like 5 seconds, and Discord stream, I have to restart my stream. Hold up. I want to refresh this because it keeps doing this. I think I got it. Alright, can y'all see the stream again? I just want to make sure it's there again. And then YouTube, is the music fine? It should be fine. Yeah, SPY's in dump mode right now, guys. We rejected, we sold. I said the exact variables for us getting more selling pressure, and we've already made it down to that first level. That is crazy. I'll say everything I'm typing. Sorry, and I'm typing kind of loud. First level to the downside achieved after not just rejecting supply of previous day high, but also breaking previous day close to reach the 530-130s, which was the next level under. So right now, I want to see it out of y'all's mouths. I want to see everybody answer somewhat correctly on this. So now that we've got, talked about our initial game plan, we either reject this or break this, or reject this and break whatever's under, kind of like a two-step confirmation thing. What is the next thing we're looking for? As of right now, now that we've broken this, now that we've rejected this, now that we've made it to here, what is next? The game plan for upside and downside. Who can tell me? I would love to see who's been paying attention and who's really been working hard, because this should be pretty natural to you. You coming up with a plan on the go for both upside and downside. Sorry, my voice is still just going up from last week. Retest for upside, break and retest for downside. For the upside, wait for a break of open price. For downside, break below price of 531. Okay. You guys are all over the place, and most of you didn't even answer this. This is kind of concerning me. Okay, that's a huge red flag by most of the community. Good job, guys. No. So, for upside, you would want to see a retake of previous day close. Why is that? Because that was the level that we looked at to tell us that selling would pick up. So if it was retaken, then why wouldn't the opposite happen? So that would be our break above plan. If we see a retake of this level. A breakdown plan. Also, to kind of add the opposite of what we did this morning, we kind of talked about a double confirmation of looking for rejection here and a break of this to see selling pressure pick up to get to that next level, which it did it in literally just a few minutes. It's the same thing here again. We're kind of looking at not just one thing, but two things outside of where price currently is. Not just what's next. We're looking at what's next and also what's beyond that. So what's next and what's beyond that. So right now we're looking at what can make selling pick up now. We talked about upside. What can happen for selling? Well, not just the break of this. What else? Us holding any rejection here is bearish, because we just said this morning this is what's going to pick up significant selling pressure. So if we get, I don't care if we get here, let me go to a actual calculated level, but let's say we go from the previous day close to this low. Now that we've gotten some buying, we could say maybe this is where they do it. So let me get a fib going. I already got it. And let's just highlight the golden pocket to the control point. I know it's a little dark. So also, not just if it breaks the next level or goes above today's open. That's way too far for an upside plan. This would be it right here. This would be a good sign, though. Whoever said that, if they did break above this, that would be a good extra sign beyond all of this that, yes, buyers are back. But that would be so obvious by then. So this would be your plan. But also, looking for midterm retest plays. So if they're going to retake it, they can also do it here. So we're gonna look for a bearish retest here or a further break under 531.30s, which I'm about to type all that out now. Yeah, thank you guys for answering if you did. I really hope more of you guys take this serious and start looking at game plans and kind of typing this stuff out more. I do appreciate the few of you in Post Chart channel who already did all of this, but I was just looking to see who's been paying attention, who hasn't. Let me do an as of right now. Oh, no. What's next? Come on, guys, wake up. Retake of 532.91 equals potential buyers trying to fight back towards previous day high. I spelled fight wrong. I need to wake up. Loss of 531.30s is potential sellers trying to reach 530/529.70s. Bearish midterm retest. Also possible under previous day close. Where we just tested. And there we go. That's the game plan. Post it again. I'm only doing this for Discord too, so everybody else can see it who might not be here, because I know there's a lot of people who only kind of check it here and there. They're busy at work, or they're busy with their kids, or whatever else is going on in life. So it's just good to have that going. It looks like they are giving us that potential bearish midterm retest, which if anybody knows which type of retest that is, you know that that's definitely one of my favorites. It's kind of weird. It's like a mix of retest types. You got like a single candle here, and then you got, I mean, this whole retest from here to here is a midterm retest, but it's just kind of cool to see multiple types pop up at once. Looks like Daffy's trading on the trade floor, so if you guys are busy or not busy, you can check that out as well. And damn, our game plans are working, but it's mainly just because the selling is just so significant this morning. It just keeps falling and falling and falling and falling. I might add a fib level here in between, because I kind of don't like that. I don't have anything in between here. I just don't think it's fair to say once we break 529.78 we're definitely testing 525. Like, okay, let's add something in between, make it a little bit more realistic. And then pulling up a little bit towards the end of this candle, which is okay. We got about a minute and 10 seconds. Are there any other charts you guys are looking at? Any other part of the market we can look over as well? I'm gonna just keep going over the same parts I pretty much cover, like SPY, Triple Q, IWM, some of the sectors and stuff, just to get a good idea on where we're most likely going, which it looks like we are gonna try to head lower if nothing fights back. Apple's trying its best to fight back. Microsoft seemed to not try to fight back at all. Is this another day of Apple's by itself? Oh no, okay, Nvidia's trying. Alright, so it's up to Apple and Nvidia. Alright, so yeah, definitely keep an eye on Apple and Nvidia. If those continue to just kind of hold, we might not get like a crazy amount of movement right now. And then we'll see if the others either rebound or if those end up falling later on. And if those do end up falling, then we're probably going to get a lot more significant selling to the downside. Just because of the pressure. Because if we just did all that without most of their help, and we finally get their help, definitely going to be seeing a lot bigger red candles. Ooh, coin taking a hit. I didn't even see what Bitcoin did over this weekend. Looks like I got a gap down and a pullback. They're still above their pre-market low, so keep that in mind if you're anybody who's watching Bitcoin. Which is helpful if you're watching any of these crypto stocks. Alright, let's see, what else is there? Are you watching Amazon? I actually like Amazon's daily time frame a lot. I think they're going to start getting a lot of movement soon. And I know this right here isn't anything special. Most of the market looks like this. The huge gap down, the sharp rise retake so far. And either it's rejecting the top of its gap or the bottom. Most charts are right now. But I really like that it's sitting under why I like it. As I like that it's sitting under this like last little eve here. If you just like erase everything on your chart, right? You just deleted everything. And you just focused on one little thing. I would say the one little thing I would focus on would be the low of this candle to the high of this candle right here. So I'm gonna just move it over here so I don't have to type that number thing. But yeah, putting that right there. And that's why I like it a lot. It's because it's at a significant spot. It's not just like a random, you know, eve or a random resistance or random support. Like it's a very, 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 very important one. So not only was it where they gapped up to and kind of held and made their low before launching to 201s over time, this is also where they had this huge earnings gap down, and where they decided to hold was this exact area. So this is why it's so significant here. But you can see we're perfect when they gap down again from the market news. That's where they went again. So I don't know if it's gonna retake and go back up. It's gonna do it from here. So I feel like this is a great just kind of starting point to kind of look at. So if you are going to be looking at Amazon, I would definitely have this highlighted to some extent. But good looks. I like Amazon a lot. Google's kind of in the same seat as them in terms of like what's on the far left of them. But you can see their zone's a little bit different. I need to fix that, I think. Apple, I'm just going to leave that same fib. I'm not going to mess with that one. And then we're going to leave this same zone here on Microsoft too, because they are still fighting that as well. Like it's hitting its head on a ceiling. Exactly. Good job. That's a good way to put that. Because that's how it should feel. It should feel like the stock price is smacking its head above on something that's not really far from its head. So, good looks. Good morning, Jimmy. Good morning, anybody else I might not have seen tune into the YouTube stream. Welcome. Be sure to drop a like on today's YouTube stream. That is such an insightful point. What do you say? Oh. Yeah, you guys gave me some pretty scary answers, I won't lie. And the people who did answer, you know, there was only like 3 people who said anything. That was a little weird. Was hoping for more of an answer than that. I know that was a lot to type out, but I mean, I got all the levels right here. Let's see what anybody's saying on here. Let's see. Do we get this bearish continuation here? Are they going to reject again here and break under 531.30s? They failed to do so just now. Or are they going to work back above the midterm retest and take 532.90s? I'm going to take all these little arrows. I don't know. Are these helping all or no? I feel like this is too much. If you want me to delete this, I will. The way everyone answered made me want to leave the lines up. Yeah, I mean, you just need to... It's okay, Vanessa. There's nothing bad about that. But you just need to work on talking about game plans more. I tell you guys the same thing every time. I never go over anything new, really. I kind of go over the same things. But if you're past the point of understanding, you know, certain candlesticks and levels, like, you need to be going over game plans for levels, not just looking at them. And this might be why a lot of you guys are so hesitant on trading, because you're not, like, I just proved it, you're not able to go over game plans with me. You're not able to go over what's next from here, right? And I'm not saying, like, you guys have to learn this, but, like, I'm sorry, but we're not one of those discords that allow laziness. We're not one of those discords that allow, you know, everything to be done for you. Like, yes, I'm going to continue posting SPY and all my game plans, but that's because that's part of my routine. You know, if anything, you should be back testing my game plans with whatever you have, right? And if something is off on your screen, then you're probably doing something wrong, right? And vice versa, right? If I go back and I look and I see you're not even posting a game plan, it's like, how do I even know you're learning? And I proved it right here in today's stream. Nobody even gave an even close to a correct plan. And the same few people, like I said, the last 3 weeks of streams are still the only few people posting in Post Charts channel. So I can still see nobody's actually trying to learn. I don't want to hear this, oh, I'm scared to post in front of everybody. Guys, it's not like there's a million people in chat. Please stop saying that. There's like 40 people who are active in chat. Let's be honest. So please stop acting like there's a million people in there watching your every move. It's not that big a deal. And it's not like any of us are anything special. So again, get over yourself. But I want to see more of you guys posting in the Post Charts channel. I want to see more of you posting in the morning. I want to see more of you posting after the market's closed in that channel, going over what happened today or maybe what's possibly going to happen tomorrow based on our levels. I want to see you try, and that's the only way you're going to grow is if you try. And I'm sorry if I pissed some people off and they had to leave stream or left because of what I just said, but I don't care. Like, if you're not growing, I don't know why you're here. I'm not here to be your... I mean, we're all friends and stuff, but I'm not going to be your friend if you're just sitting here and just being a robot. You know, joining in here and just being here, is not enough. If you want to be here and grow, you got to engage. I'm tired of seeing Garden Trader as the only person posting in Post Charts channel. Like, that shit's crazy. I stopped posting in premium because you guys kind of made it to where I'm not even motivated to post for you guys anymore, because I don't even know if you're there or not, you know? Some of you guys are literally not even on your keyboard. It's crazy. I understand some of you guys are busy, but there's another level of busy. I don't think any of us here are the CEO of Apple, so I think you have a little bit of time to type or at least look at something. And I've said it before, even 5 minutes of your time of just going back, looking at the levels real quick on whatever chart you like to watch. It doesn't even have to be SPY. I just watch SPY because that's the overall market. You could watch whatever ticker you want. I don't care. You could watch FedEx. You could watch whatever you want. But that should be the thing. That should be part of your routine every day. You should be going over that thing, whatever it is, adding levels to it, going over what's for above, what's for downside. You know, every single moment. At the end of the day, if you only have 5 minutes, like I said, if you're very busy, I get it. Check your levels. How did they do? How did the chart do? What kind of entries do you see on your screen? Go over them. Highlight them. What kind of retest do you see beyond this level? What kind of retest do you see under this level? You know, did you even get one? But just going over basic stuff like that with yourself, you know, and if you have to talk out loud to yourself like I am right now, that's fine. But going over it is a very good first good step in the right direction. I wouldn't say it's anything crazy. And what is this crazy buying, guys? We're ended up holding 531.30s. We're holding over the retest point, and now we're getting huge buying back above 532.90s. Huge move by SPY right now. I'm going to go check out the other sectors too, because I'm sure they're doing something similar. Small caps getting a nice bounce at 204.50, so they're not selling further under the next level that we had for those two charts. And Triple Q is holding at a decent spot in comparison to their, it's kind of like their highs before their actual high of day from previous days. But they're also just under their previous day high again, so pretty decent buying happening again after a nice quick pullback this morning. Okay. So much buying's happening, the chart crashes. Thank you for caring about your community so much. This is what I like to hear. No problem, man. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I just think it's crazy when like I ask a question like I wake up on a Monday morning, I ask a question as simple as that and 3 people answer me. Like that's just crazy. And I get it, you know, some of us are busy, but it's also because of a lack of practice and a lack of confidence. And if you want to progress with either of those things, I would take the steps that I just laid out. It's nothing personal against anybody in here. I just really hope more of you guys are able to answer a simple question as, yo, what's your game plan right now? If you can't even answer something like that, you know, it's like, what's the point of even watching these charts? What are you even watching? You know, that's my whole point. Like, you could say you have levels and you have indicators on your screen, but like, that doesn't matter if you don't have a system to go along with it. If you don't even understand, you know, oh, I need to break above this to be a little bit more bearish than I was, or a little bit more bullish than I was, you know, then that's a problem. And if you feel attacked, good. That's all I have to say. This dip is being bought or what? I was really hesitant since I missed that first move down, so I only played 1 call. Oh wow, good job, Dondu. He actually ended up catching that dip. Letterbuck said nice play. I took a call in the base build in the golden pocket from Friday. Damn. Okay. Dondu and Letterbuck killing it. Fantastic John said XOK is back above previous day high. Guys, that is significant because XOK is the tech sector. It's our pure blood sector. Very, very good updates. And good trades, guys. Oh my god, Spicy Pepper. What the hell? Bot spy calls us. What the hell? Everybody did y'all did the overnight fib thing. Y'all are so awesome. So you said, oh no, you did the midterm retest one. You're crazy, Spicy Pepper, but I like what you did. This is okay to do. I just think you're crazy. Very nice. Y'all should definitely check out Resultant Review channel. That's a very cool trade review. Very, very clean. The balls on these people. Good job, guys. I'm going to remove these lines now. I think y'all are fine. Alright, so we're back above previous day close. This is a decent sign. Maybe buyers aren't completely out of this yet. If we get a continued hold over this line right here, it's a very good sign that we're probably going to smack this one. So just keep that in mind. And if we end up losing this again, it's going to cause more indecision than it will selling, in my opinion. Because this isn't the first time we've broken it if we do break it again. So it won't come to as much of a surprise. So I don't think you'll see this huge red candle if it does that again. Now, you probably will see this huge red candle if this or this breaks again. Because this broke but never got a closed under on the 5. If you were on the 1, you might have been faked out a little bit. And maybe not. There's a pretty good wick there and a retake in the very next candle. Which, if you guys are doing like pattern trading, you could totally do the 5 and then jump down to whatever time frame you want. I know some of you guys like the 1, the 2, the 3 minute. Everybody's a little different. But you guys have definitely seen the scalping videos before. A lot of the trades we take go from the 5 down to the 1 minute just to get that, you know, quick look kind of trade. But it's also nice to see though, because you can see the live reaction of the market on the 1 minute. Whereas the 5 minute, it's a little bit slower. Not as many people are able to trade it as quickly. This is more of like a day trading chart, in my opinion. You know, where you look at something, you're like, oh, that's a BTD setup. Let me buy that and try to hold till high of day, blah, blah, blah. You know, maybe you trim some contracts to that point, but scalping though, you wouldn't be doing anything like that. Very good sign though by the buyers. I'm kind of just glad to see some buying happen, not really because we're bullish or anything. It's just nice to see like a fight happen, because then you know after some consolidation that maybe a bigger move happens. So This might be the small move compared to what happens after this, for all we know. IWM is still kind of in the same area after their little reversal there. No, holy crap. And Triple Q's back against the previous day high. They actually did hit it. Nice. We'll hit the zone at least. Apple making a new high. Microsoft trying its best. Nvidia yeah, Apple and Nvidia are just too on fire right now. That's keeping the market alive right now. I would also say the fact that healthcare is kind of up right now while some of the bigger weights in tech are up as well. Let's see. Let's go to our sectors. What am I even talking about? Yeah, you'll see tech's the only green sector. That's crazy. So even with all that selling we saw, tech remained very green. You can see healthcare is actually not green. I was just looking at some of the top weights. Pretty good recovery though. They're at a good level now. Banks trying to hold a pretty good area from the bigger time frame. Yeah, all these look the same. Except tech. Which, that's good to see. You want to see multiple sectors working together. But right now it just feels weird because tech's the only one that's up. While the rest of them have either fallen or opened lower and are trying to work back up. So right now if we could start seeing some of these flip green, and we continue to see tech down here hold at the same price or at least work up more, that would be a very good sign that SPY is still going up. Because again, this is kind of what dictates the price of SPY. And we talked about it a little bit before, just to kind of go over why is there going to be, you know, big red candles or big green candles if a certain level breaks. It's just because of the significance of a certain level. This is the supply. Don't ignore this area right now. This is just what was the potential midterm bearish retest. But you got to remember though, the previous day close. This was kind of like our second thing, right? So if this broke, awesome. You know, we're somewhat bearish, but not really getting us all the way there. But if something else ended up breaking as well, then that kind of adds into it, and that's what happened on that first drop. And that's why we got big red selling, big red candles. And then we get this big Hulk candle because of the exact same reason. They're not expecting this to be tested so quick. If anything, you know, people are expecting this or this to be tested, right? The fact they closed over it almost is yelling at us that they definitely want to go smack whatever next, right? It's kind of the same reason down here as well. So, just very, very important. But, at least we could say they've almost gone all the way back up to today's open. Potentially rejecting here. We don't know if this is really bearish yet or not. We are under previous day open, or today's open, sorry, and we are under previous day high supply. But the fact that we just retook 532.90 in that manner, and the way that we sold under it, if we end up just holding in between this, I would actually just say this is very indecisive. So just keep that in mind. But if you do get any more breaks outside of this, this does add into that bearish play. Vice versa for the new high. But we'll see. And remember where we are on the bigger time frames too. I'm not going to zoom out just yet because we just looked there. But we are still in a very, very interesting spot on the daily. For both SPY, IWM, and Triple Q. For all three. Little fight going on IWM's golden pocket of high of day and low of day. Some short-term rejection. Good call out by Carter there. Good update. Nothing wrong with knowing what the small caps are doing. Oh. A lot of updates in the YouTube stream as well. No, you're good, Sean. Sorry, I'm just reading these now. You're good, man. Not everybody's at the same point. I'm just, like I said, if you felt attacked, good. But if you didn't, then it probably wasn't for you. But good, man. I hope you know, continue to go over things with yourself. Not just in here with us, but, you know, I hope to see you type in chat more, or even just with yourself, you know, posting things like, oh, okay, this is what I want to look at tomorrow, or this is the level I want to look at for a potential break. And then, because you need to go over things beforehand. If you don't, all of your reviewing is pointless. Reviewing things you've not gone over is pointless. In terms of like if you're like learning how to execute trades, I'm not talking about like just reviewing whatever, because of course you're not going to be able to review literally everything. But you got to go over something beforehand if you want to take it serious. And then, you know, what if you have time to look at it during the moment? That's awesome. You know, getting the live trade or the live view of it's great. But afterwards, let's say you're like finished with work or you're, you know, done with your family or whatever you're doing. Just look at the chart for a few minutes and go over what happened. How did price react to your levels? Look at the highs, look at the lows, look at the higher lows, look at the lower highs. Focus on just the trend. You want to get really good at navigating trend. Because that's literally where all of our rules, you know, where all of our rules lie. You know, if we don't follow a higher low that's holding a support, how do you know to be bullish there? You wouldn't. You wouldn't know that. And vice versa, lower high at a supply. SPY's trying to get above today's opening, continuing to struggle to flip the day green. Yeah, definitely. But this is still a good showing so far. Because that was a lot of selling in the first 20 minutes. You gotta remember, we were at 534. We dropped. Remember what about our conversation last week? We talked about dollar movement. I mean, we were just at 534. We dropped to 531. We're back up to 534. And it's only 9:20. It has not even been an hour yet. That was a lot of movement in SPY already. Even though we haven't moved anywhere, you know, in terms of where we are now, we have actually moved a lot this morning. Boat, how is everyone? How was everyone's weekend? Did anybody do anything cool? See any cool movies? Eat any cool food? Go anywhere cool? How was everyone's weekend? Or did you just have a chill, lay low weekend? If you're on Discord too, by the way, guys, you can type in Trade Floor or the Stock Talk channel. I can reply to either. I'm pretty much flipping back and forth between the apps to see what's up. This is Sinful's comment. Watched Borderlands, comma, it sucked. Went camping with my friends and girlfriend, had a blast. Damn nice. Where'd you go camping at? Somewhere local or some big place? Chillin', golfed, took some family pic. Damn, Carter, okay. Yes, and football. He said football is back in all caps. Yes, it is. We're all very happy about that. Vanessa said, weekend was cool, trying to get into Umbrella Academy in my downtime. I actually heard that show was really good. I saw the trailer for it when it like first came out, but I never watched it. Oh, that felt so good. Oh, that probably didn't sound good, but that felt good. I need to tell you this one show, Vanessa. I can't remember the name. On Netflix. Oh, wait. I think I just remembered it. It's like 3 World or something. 3 World Problem? I don't remember the name. It's something like that, though. But that show is trippy. It's only like 1 season. Yeah, local-ish, about an hour away. Oh, okay. That's not bad at all. Damn, Costco still run it? Yeah, it is, sadly. It is. I didn't want to say it. Also, I didn't even really want to talk about it because we were like sitting in here. It was you saying something, and then also the day before you had brought it up in that morning stream. I had also talked about it, and I was going over the fact that like I really wouldn't be surprised to see this back up just because it was selling. And Costco is one of these stocks that people just don't pay attention to. I'm not joking. Like I know there's not really like a real way of testing this or finding this information out with like actual like accuracy, but I promise you, people ignore stocks after they fall like this, like because in our minds, and this is okay that it does this, but in our minds we're like, oh, it's sold off this much, okay, well I need to wait for it to build some base and work back up. It's not going to do that. It's going to have an impulse move. That first move is going to recover very quickly actually because of that exact thinking. So all of us forgot about it. Guess what? And ever since that move over 840, the fact that it's at 863 is crazy, because this is only 2 days ago. 2 sessions ago, I should say, not days. But that's crazy. And now that everybody sees on their scanners and on market, and everybody's kind of seeing that Costco's up the most multiple days in a row, Everyone's going to start seeing it now. Guess what's going to start happening to Costco over the next couple days? Indecision. You're going to start seeing inside bars. You're going to start seeing outside bars. You're going to start seeing just weird price action occur around this area. Because now that everybody's seeing it, it's so obvious, it's not going to start just going up anymore again. It's probably going to start slowing down. Wait for more people to forget about it again, and then back up. Costco is really good at this. John Deere is really good at this. McDonald's is really good at this too. I would say McDonald's is like the king of this. Everyone just suddenly forgets how important McDonald's is all the time. But this is another great one that's like that. Coca-Cola. I think Coca-Cola is a great... Like, I think that's why Warren Buffett's chart has worked so damn well for him on Coca-Cola. I just think people just literally just stop paying attention to certain stocks. They're not as exciting to people, so they're not fresh on the brain. What is the most fresh stock on the brain for most people? Tesla, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Nvidia, AMD, SMCI. You know, these are fresh on everyone's heads because they're always thinking about them. They're always like, oh, what's it doing next? Boeing even. Or maybe not Boeing. Maybe that's a bad example. But you guys get what I'm saying. It's not that exciting, so you're not thinking about it all the time. So it can make moves without, you know, you really even paying attention. And it happens all the time. So it's okay if it does. It's not the end of the world. Alright, so SPY is back above today's open. We're even testing today's highs, almost previous day highs. We're really looking to see if we can get back above 534.67, which is very interesting. Three-body problem, that's what it's called. Thank you very much. Yeah, if you haven't seen that on Netflix, please watch that. That was very trippy. Three-body problem. Which, I know the name sounds weird, but once you start watching it, it'll make sense. You're like, oh. Good update, Vanessa. Oh yeah, you said it too. Okay, yeah. You and Garden Trader. Thank you both. And guys, that's a new high of day over previous day high. That's amazing. I think if you told me in the first 20 minutes we would sell all the way to 531.30s, I think I would tell you that you're crazy if the next 30 minutes we make it back to 535 almost. It's a lot of movement, and again, we're still not in the first hour of the day. We have 4 more minutes. That is a lot of movement in the first hour of the day. I just typed out basically what I just said to y'all. Previous day high hit now after the massive retake over previous day close. And if you guys want me to click over to any other chart, I'm very happy to. I'm just sitting on SPY for now because that's what I was updating from my Discord. And because it's the overall market, it's just good to look at it. But anytime you guys have any requests for other charts, I'm cool with looking at anything pretty much after the first hour. But for the first hour, I like to just pretty much stare at just the overall market, the sectors, stuff like that. Just kind of get a vibe of the day. Because right now, it definitely feels like we're a lot more bullish than we were. Also, everything I said about the sectors worked perfectly too. It just wasn't. It just wasn't clean. I would say it was very hard to follow that because it was so quick, and it's again only been an hour. Normally, we see some of these moves happen over the course of 2 hours, 3 hours, you know, sometimes more. But that was very quick. So I don't blame you if you were hesitant on catching something today, because that was a little bit weird. It was like a drop base rally, like right here on tech. You see today's open. You see the here. Let's just do this. I want to make this super clear to everybody. So just grabbing basic stuff. So here's previous day high supply on XOK. Just adding a few days to it so it covers it. Here is previous day close, and I know that this is previous day high supply because all you have to do is find the previous day high, grab the top of it, and then find the open of the last green candle that happened before the reversal. So I'd say about here. You could have grabbed this one, but you can see it's damn near the same level. Previous day close, very important. You don't really have to add today's open just because it's in the middle of levels you already have, but if it helps you visually, do it. But what's cool about this is like all the ugly stuff eventually was like cleared up a little bit. It was just hard to follow. So one, you get the higher open, they push up, it makes everyone think it's super bullish, awesome. They pull it back down, they liquidate, and they just can't get a good push under this little eve here. They do end up closing under previous day close, but right after they end up taking it again, resetting, holding it, resetting, holding. And then the big thing is that they retook today's open, which again, like I said, you don't have to have it marked, but if it does help you visually, please do it. But very important pivot point is we always talk about just kind of a good starting rule out of the starting gate is just, you know, if we're above today's open, you should be a little bit more bullish than bearish. If you are below today's open, you should be a little bit more bearish than bullish just based on the system. And then outside confirmations out of that can definitely stack on top of that. So let's say, you know, you're above today's open and you retest the previous day high. Okay, well, that's a lot more bullish now, and vice versa. If we're under today's open and we're breaking previous day close or breaking, you know, whatever other level you have down here, that's a very significant sign that it wants to keep selling, right? It's just stacking more confirmations on each other. That's all the system is. It's just stacking and probabilities. But I don't know. Just looking at it very clear and kind of making sure you understand everything in front of you. Make sure you're doing that. Don't just have levels up on the screen because somebody told you they work. You know, go look and see that they work for yourself. And I say that even about my system because I don't want you to look at something and not understand what's in front of you. You should be able to look at it and within that exact moment understand, all right, I'm looking at either this or this. Breaking down, of course, both the bullish and bearish scenario. Yeah, a lot of conversation in the first hour. I'm not trying to like rant too much, but a lot of really cool, important little lessons happening each and every day. Sometimes it's theory-based, sometimes it's just based on how we trade our system. Been talking a lot about theory in the swing trading streams lately. And honestly, it's a good thing to have theory in your strategy because then you're able to understand that things do go wrong, one, but also when things go right or wrong, you know how to react correctly. You know, how should things work? And then if something doesn't work that way, of course, because the stock market, it's not always going to do what it, you know, what we want it to do or what it should do. But when things don't work, at least we can identify when it's not working correctly. We can be like, oh, okay, well, that's irregular. That shouldn't be doing that. And then you notice it cash. You know, at any moment you feel weird, shouldn't be touching it. You feel weird about something or you just feel like you don't have a good grip on what you're looking at, then okay, you're cash. That's a very quick, easy decision to make for yourself. And it can be as simple as that. Now, of course, it's a lot harder because we're humans and we like to be emotional and we like to just be super freaking greedy and try to hold trades as long as we can or try to make as much money as we can in a trade. That'll definitely affect our results. So just be very careful. Be aware of yourself. Made a new high for a quick second, rejecting. Nothing crazy yet though, just a very, very small slowdown. A 3 white soldier on the weekly, that's crazy. That's a lot of buying. What's up, Bob Johnson? Good to see you. Glad you think so. Alexa said, current day open strategy with the BB system works for real, back tested. I mean, I'm not joking, like, most of my live trades and any of those playlists I've ever shared with you guys, almost all of those are a current day open trade. It's either breaking it, or it's rejecting it, or it's holding over it, or it's bouncing off of it. You know, almost all of those trades are. And almost every stream, I'm always going over the current day open. It's just such an important pivot point. It's a consistent level. It's absolute. It's there every day. Every single day. And it's funny too, because there's these, like, I'm not complaining, but there's a lot of groups that copy our system with the pre-market high, the pre-market low, and that's fine that they use pre-market, but they also, I know that they copy us because they're literally using the previous day levels included as well, which I have literally never seen anyone do that before. But previous day high, previous day low, pre-market high, pre-market low, like, these are all great and they happen every single day, but that open level is so active. The more you back test these levels, the more you realize it too. And that's why I tell you guys, like, go see it for yourself. I'm not saying it to like fight you. I'm saying it to challenge you. I'm saying it so you go see it for yourself and impress yourself, and then maybe you end up using it. Maybe you end up even being better with it than I am, for all we know. But very, very helpful level. I love the current day open. I think it's one of the most slept on levels out there. And I honestly didn't realize it either until after backtesting the system so much. You know, after years and years of just looking at this stuff, I would definitely say that's when it was like, oh, okay, well, hold up. This level's a little different. Above current day open helps me stay in the trade longer. I used it as a guide. Good stuff, man. It's just a good, like, quick, simple, dumb rule for me. It's very quick. I can who can't remember that? Above open bullish, below open bearish. It's like, it's super easy to remember. That's why I like it. And that's what a system should have. Simple rules that are very strong. Should have very simple, effective rules. Not hard, complex, you know, list of things to remember. It's like, what? We're humans, not computers. And welcome, Sean Sent. I haven't had to say this in a while, but welcome to the YouTube member supporter group. I don't even remember what it's called anymore. Loyal supporter group, sorry. You can actually go over to the YouTube and click on wait, am I doing this right? No, sorry. Click on membership. So we have 2 swing stream links for you if you weren't a part of them. I think I saw you in both of them, actually, or one of them. A couple other cool things. Sometimes it's just post on, like, watch lists, or post on, like, small little things that help us with, you know, how to add certain things. But a lot of videos. There's a lot of videos. I think we're close to 100. So take your time. There's definitely a lot of stuff in here. I haven't really had to add to it as much recently because I'm trying to give people kind of a fair chance of going through things, because there is so much content in there. I think at first I was going too hard. But I hope you enjoy some of the content in there. I definitely have taken a lot of, or used up a lot of effort on the membership part of just the YouTube side of things. So I hope you enjoy all that. I know it's like a pretty cheap membership, but I went pretty hard on it because I don't know, I wanted to do it right because it's the YouTube channel. This is like the only YouTube channel I've ever had that was like, that I ever gave a shit about, I guess I should say. This is the only one I ever put energy into. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed all. And guys, the new high is holding currently on that previous candle that just closed. Or I'm sorry, not the candle that just closed, the previous candle. Sorry. This candle's about to close. Oh wait, no, I'm on the 5 minute, sorry. I thought I was in the 1 still. I'm like, damn, these candles are huge. But either way, good hold in the 1 minute, good hold in the 5 minute. Now the question is, do we stay above? So far though, good retake by the buyers, not just down here, but above the what could have been a bearish midterm retest, which we can delete that now that we're so far above it. Previous day close, previous day open. I mean, sorry, today's open. I keep calling that PDO. CDO. Looking forward to checking it all out. I appreciate your effort. No problem, man. Thank you. Glad you're here. I just wanted to have it to where when people got that YouTube membership, they were like, damn, that's $5 out of my pocket. Like, I don't want them to think like that. I want them to get that membership and be like, damn, I just got a deal. Because there is a lot of stuff in there. It's not even just YouTube stuff. There's links to like a Discord. There's links to all kinds of stuff in there. All kinds of extra stuff that, again, all of it applies to the system and the strategies we use in here and just the things we talk about. I try to never, at least anymore, I try not to post like filler stuff. If that makes sense, like things we don't really use or things we don't really go over, they're just kind of like there. Like I'll go over the sectors because I use it. I'll go over any of that stuff, but I'm not going to sit here and go over Bollinger Bands. I'm not going to sit here and go over VWAP. I'm not going to sit here and go over things that I don't use, which I've done in the past a long time ago, but I got out of that stage very quickly because I instantly realized, yo, this is not right. I need to be on my system and my system alone. But thank you guys on YouTube. That's 25 likes on today's stream. Appreciate you. Almost 90 people have already clicked on today's stream. Which I didn't know how active today's stream was going to be because I didn't really announce anything. I didn't want to dedicate it and then not be here, but I'm here. Alright guys, I have confirmation the Kindred bot is officially in the server, but he has to set it up still. Which, how many, or is anybody in here waiting for that? Is anybody here excited for that? I'm just looking to see if anybody's looking for it. I also might need one of you to be my test dummy later. I'm excited, I'll be honest. D-Touch, I know you are. Let me read his message correctly so I don't lie to y'all. I want to make sure I read this right. Where is this message? My bot is right. Yeah, I got that. Okay, so this will be his. He said, "Hey, @Bueller, I'll be relaunching my 4th annual 1K to 100K challenge account. Do you think your members would be interested in following along? I'm relaunching KindredBot, and I wanted your server to be the first." Yeah. I love that. That's like the one guy who I've like where you, it's the whole like I scratch your back, you scratch mine kind of thing. Is it day trades or swings? It's both. He does both. There'll be days where you'll see him post like once, and there'll be a day where you see him post like 30 times. It's just when his strategy, whatever his system is, I don't really remember it anymore. But whatever his system is, one day it's just kind of cold, and the next day it's like it's just hitting. So I don't know. But he also posts like a risk management thing, so you'll see all that as well. But yeah. But each time he's done that, it's been in our chat, so I'm very happy to be able to say that. Again, you guys know me, I don't really like to connect with other traders, but he's been like the one guy I've brought back in here so many different times. It's just because, I don't know, I don't even know why really. I think it's because he doesn't charge me. He doesn't like treat me like a customer, he treats me like a friend. He's like, yo, why don't you send me your watch list, since he likes the levels a lot. He even started using the emerging candles because of us. which I thought was really cool because, like, he's making all that money. Why would he change anything in his system, you know? But then he adds our levels. I was like, okay. So I think he back-tested our levels and was like, how the hell did they come up with these? Because it's so funny when you show people an emerging candle, and they're like, are you sure this is a legit thing? Like, they don't even believe you at first because it's so simple. It's so weird looking. It's like, it's so obvious. But then you back-test how well the levels are tested, and you're like, oh, okay, never mind. But yeah, I'm excited for y'all, honestly. I'll be definitely catching some Kindred trades with y'all when they pop up. I'll try to post which ones I'm actually getting into so you guys aren't just like getting into every trade, but definitely backtest a few and don't oversize. Those are 2 tips I would give you. Rob Taylor said Dell is popping hard. I think you're the original reason I even have it on my watch list. And I think after you brought it up, actually they ended up slowing down on their sell-off. And yeah, they are actually getting some new low. Good call out, Rob Taylor. You're the only reason I added this, and they've actually been going up the past couple days. Good call out. I think you brought it up back here because it wasn't the Friday stream. It was before that. Because I started asking all like, yo, what are some tickers? And that same day, somebody said Cisco, Dell, and Shop. I added these 3 together. And since then, they've all moved pretty well. Which, I'm not really a huge fan of Cisco, but I did like the chart and what it looked like. Whoever said that one. RTX probably going to be at new all-time highs. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I've been just kind of babysitting watching the same contract D-Touch called that a while back. The November 125s. But I'm pretty much just waiting to buy whenever it touches this again. I was wanting to see if it would be weak earlier this week, but I think I was stupid to say that I should wait because this is already in a bullish trend. It should continue up. So honestly, this candle isn't anything. If it gets a higher open tomorrow, it's making a new all-time high tomorrow. So higher open, probably getting a bullish day on RTX tomorrow. Just keep that in mind. If we get a lower open, I would just say it's just in the same exact setting it's in now. It's sitting above a bullish support, and it's just consolidating. I wouldn't say that's bearish yet. I would barely even say that's slowing down. I would just say it's natural consolidation. You played Dell back in March. Nice. Palantir did make that new high. You just checked your charts? Oh. Maybe it was someone else then. I could have swore it was you though. Is our Potato King, LW? I think, you know that like weird question somebody's always like, if you had $1 million, what would you dump it into? I think I would dump every cent into this stock if I had $1 million just sitting right here and I could just throw it at anything. I think I would do it. I would dump it right here at $59.94. LW, man. That's gonna be a ticker to remember. I also started seeing this one start trending a little bit more. Just by mentions. I haven't really been following anybody in particular, but it did start popping up in trends more. So I think CELH is going to start getting movement again, but I don't want to trade it. I'll be honest with you. But that's another cool one that I thought was coiling. EMPH is a weird one because I really was thinking this would go down a lot more, but now that it's retaken this over the past 3 sessions, I think there's a good argument to say that if it surpasses 111, it probably will reach 115, 120s again. Oh, Kindred's typing, guys. He's typing. Let me remove these messages then. I don't know why these are here. Alright, cool. Alright, let me message him because I need to make sure I do something right. Oh, yo, what's up, Chef? My bad, I didn't even see you. Sorry, I'm like busy doing like 3 things. What's up, man? Yeah, most people are in stream right now. We're just kind of watching a few things, honestly. We just got finished done talking about a lot. But I'll go back to SPY right now just for a bit. Right now we're holding over previous day high, guys. Really good sign because we're holding over the supply of the previous day high. Previous day open. The retake of previous day close gives that liquidity grab. So this does give the chart potential to keep going up. Which we have 540 way up there if we end up getting there. But I'm just going to keep it at 537 because that's a realistic target. Yeah, very strong moves by the market right now to potentially break the next level at 535.60s and make it to 537 for all we know. Sexy V shape. The inverse Burj Khalifa. No, I have it off just because I'm streaming on YouTube as well, and I don't want it to like interfere. Every time I add the thing, it like, I don't know, like distorts it. No, you're good. Sorry. I do have days though where I have other people join in though. If you want to join in on a day and talk, I could definitely set that up. I didn't even know if I was going to be streaming today, to be honest with you. So today wasn't planned at all. But I'm glad to see you, man. Hope you're doing good. I don't really check other chats anymore, but I saw you were still super active on your bot and stuff, so I thought that was pretty cool. I know a lot of people like that. Yeah, I know you're always active. You're one of the most active dudes I've ever met, honestly. Even when you were working at the, like way back in the day when you were in that one kitchen still, I always was honestly kind of motivated because you were like posting as much as I was, and you were working your ass up on that end too, and I was like, damn, like, and you still had like your family to, you know, worry about and stuff when you get home. And I was like, damn, like this man's got like 3 lifetimes mixed into one right now. But no, I remember, man. You and Oscar, because Oscar was like that too. I swear to God, Oscar could run off of 3 minutes of sleep for 3 weeks. I don't know how he would do it. But pretty cool. The resiliency. React posting the sector saying let's go green. He's liking a lot of the V shapes on a lot of the sector charts. Good job, React, posting the top 5 discretionary banks, comms, tech, and healthcare. And yeah, guys, we are pretty obviously bullish now. The question really is only in front of us. Do we make it to 535.60s and 537? But that should be good as long as we're holding above where we are right now, above this highlighted area. Shooting star with increased volume and validated by the next candle with even more volume. Holding improved center. Ooh, good call out, D-Touch. I like how you pointed that out, the invalidation. Good job. That right there is a clean breakdown. Is anybody looking at a non-ETF ticker right now? Are you guys looking at any individual equities? Of course, you guys keep seeing me switch between SPY, IW, and Triple Q, but is anybody looking at anything individually? You said, Chef said Tesla on the 4-hour, I'm in calls. I like that. I like the simplicity. Thank you for answering. And I like your 4-hour calls. I was actually going to say on the daily too, because you know me, I'm a daily guy, and I know you're a 4-hour guy. I love that it's holding this little shoulder. And as soon as I clicked that 4 hour, because I have extended hours up, I saw that same look. I almost thought I was on the daily still. Very, very nice look, though. I like that. I like that it's at the shoulder, and I like that I see a higher low here and a potential second one stepping in. Good looks. Something simple like that. Very effective. Simple is always the most effective. It's when we try to make it too complex, it starts not making sense. The reversal can create huge FOMO. Exactly. And if it makes that new high and you're still in too, it could just keep doing it too, just because of what he just said too. That fear of missing out on, oh my god, the reversal's happening, I don't want to miss out on it. And then it just keeps going up. He has 207.50 calls for the 23rd expiration. He is light for now. Good looks, man. Thank you for sharing. Add later for weeklies. Alright, I'm just going to zoom in back here. I keep trying to get away from SPY, and then I'm like, wait a minute. This is pretty important right now. Not really an ETF, but Soxel. I count it as one. Just because it's... When I say ETF, I'm not meaning it like just ETFs. I'm meaning like the conglomerates, which is what you just answered me with. You know, something that is definitely a collection of stocks or a collection of names that definitely move that certain chart. So, in your case, you'd be correct too. But yeah, no, Soxel is really good to look at. Oh wait, it is an ETF. Never mind. I didn't think it was either. But no, this is a good one to look at. I always used to look at SOXS. I'd look at like the bearish one. It's like the opposite of what you answered me with. But that's a good one too. I know SOXX. Is there like a fourth one? There's XOXL, XS, XX, and then is it XC? I don't know. It's not important. A lot of confusing ones. But a lot of cool ways to look at the semiconductors by looking at all those. But you know, instead of just looking at AMD, Nvidia, you know, Intel, MU, all that stuff. Apple. Amazon rejected that ceiling again. Watch to see if they make a lower low or hold here. Good looks, Garden Trader. Thank you for the update. Vanessa said, watching for Nike to break out of the consolidation, just watching and waiting. Yeah, I do. I love the Nike daily chart. Nike, Starbucks. What was the third one? Nike, Starbucks, Disney. Yeah, that's what it was. Nike, Starbucks, Disney. I had to like triple check that. Good looks, Vanessa. I know you know where we found those all together. We have a few more down here that we were looking at together in that swing stream, but those were the main three that we were talking about. Oh, and then Home Depot. I'm not gonna lie, I actually love where Home Depot is sitting, which Lowe's is probably close to the same, but the one thing I didn't like about Home Depot was that earnings was very soon. But this also plays into the XLY sector, which we just actually got done talking about with Chef. He likes the Tesla reversal and all that good stuff. This is actually what XLY is doing, which is the same sector Home Depot belongs to. They're almost doing the exact same thing. Amazon, of course, isn't. It's kind of in the same sector, but doing the opposite. It's at the same part of the chart, but rejecting at this exact moment. We haven't really gotten a good, you know, above break. While these other charts are kind of the opposite. They've broken above, and anything they're trying to hold above. So a little difference in those charts, but pretty similar at the same time. But that's another reason I like Tesla too, is because there's other charts in that sector, like Home Depot, that are kind of setting up like that. And though Home Depot might not have the greatest effect on a stock like Tesla or Amazon, they are in the same sector. So if something significant happens, you are definitely going to see a little bit of reaction from them, which I think is a good thing for Tesla's case from right here, because I think Home Depot's in a great spot to continue up, even with earnings. So I would like to think XLY is going to be one of our stronger sectors going into tomorrow, and probably middle of this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'd say you guys definitely need to be at least checking out the XLY tickers just to see what's moving, what's not. Because I honestly think this is one of the better positioned sectors right now. You can see XLK, it's kind of in a similar seat, but it's already done multiple retakes. XLY has not. XLY is on its first. So, very, very important. Let's go back to the 2-day 5-minute. Keep 537 in there. And thank you guys for almost 30 likes on today's stream on the YouTube stream. I appreciate that. Mom spaghetti. Sinful said McDonald's broke PMH. Good call out. If that actually is. But I believe you. Jennifer said, thank you for doing the stream. No problem, Jennifer. Thank you for being here. Oh, thank you, Chef. This is what I wanted to see. These are targets for the swing trade I'm in. Once this breaks above 200, 250 film will come in heavy. Good looks. See, this is what I like to see. This is a plan. That first target, I actually like that one a lot. Because it's kind of like where they dropped down to, then picked back up and kind of held a little bit. Every time they dipped down, it was like straight to that, like, lower yellow on your first target. Oh, it looks good. And what I like about these plays the most, and nobody ever talks about this, is I just talked about how effective simple can be, right? It's a super simple plan, but it's super effective. Another cool thing about having a simple, effective game plan, guys, probably one of the best reasons, probably the most important reason, is that if you are wrong, if it invalidates, guess what? It's super obvious. It's super clear. You're able to say, you know what? I'm wrong. I'm out of this trade. You're able to get out of it, and it's not just like, well, hold up. I have a chance here. I have a chance here. You know, you're not gonna argue to keep yourself in a losing trade. In as many situations, in my opinion, when you're looking at a very effective simple setup, you're not looking to make it, you know, super complex or add 50 indicators or it's just simple levels, guys. That'll definitely give you a very effective plan. And guys, 535.60s is hitting. Sorry, I was only half paying attention when that hit. Let me send that out. 535.60s hitting. Which, if you go back into the levels channel, this was the first kind of target area if we were going to get any break to the upside today. I'm just going to reshare that message and highlight that. So we actually did hit a good area outside of our, you know, kind of initial starting point today. So first target's already hit. If we can get a continuation beyond 535.60s, we should most likely work towards 537, which is a really good size move still. But just be very careful. Kind of talking about movement, we literally started at 534, dropped to 531, so it's about $3. Picked back up, and here we are at 536s. So another almost $5. We've already moved a really good amount of movement today. So we don't necessarily have to go hit 537. This could be everything. But as of right now, we are still very bullish. We're above today's open. We actually had a good kind of grind up move into this. So they actually do have the potential of hitting it. But just keep that in mind, that we have already moved a lot. So if it does reverse back down, not the end of the world. But as of right now, it looks like it should just keep going. To the upside, that is. Bye, Tesla. I'm good to see you in here, Chef. You're always welcome to come in here and talk. AMD, NVIDIA, MU moving great. Yeah, the semiconductors, man. I'm so happy for those. That's got to be one of the most exciting sectors to watch, honestly. It moves so much. It has a very important part of our future, whether we like it or not. Our politicians love trading them. Nancy Pelosi. And if they love it, they must be getting some movement. I'm kind of excited, I'm not gonna lie. I normally hate earnings, but I actually get excited when I see semiconductor earnings, not just Nvidia, but just semiconductor earnings in general, because they kind of set the tone almost every single time. Also, by the way, very strong daily candle by Nvidia right now. That's a very impressive candle. It's only an hour and a half into the day, so it's not anything to talk about yet, but very, very significant candle. Netflix. Doing a good job retaking some of those levels. I was honestly thinking the world was going to end on this chart after this kind of candle. Very, very good retake by them. I think Ulta's going to start being a little boring now. I told y'all this last week and the week before, but I think the closer we get to earnings, the more boring it'll get, the more people will stop watching it. And then I think this is when it'll get bought up after earnings. Also, I think Ulta's, if I remember correctly, historically speaking, I'm pretty sure this is a really good December stock. So I think it'll probably do a lot of base building before then, before the, colder months. But I don't know. I don't even know why. I think it's the whole makeup discount season thing. But always pay attention to Ulta. I don't care if you're a guy and you don't wear makeup or anything. Ulta moves. Ulta makes money. Do not ignore Ulta just because it's, Ulta. Same reason for Coinbase. Like, you guys hear me bash crypto all the time, but I'm still going to sit here and watch Coinbase because it moves a lot. I'm not going to let my bias get in the way of opportunity. It does move awkwardly. I won't argue that point. It does move awkwardly. It almost feels like Baba some days. Like, it's really weird. And which is weird to say that because it's nothing like Baba. But it has like this Baba vibe every now and then where it's just like gap up, gap down, gap up, gap down. Which, let me get this off my screen. I think I just crashed my computer looking at Baba. There we go. God. The era of when you had to tell a guy the same thing about Ulta. He said he didn't want to invest because he doesn't wear makeup. Jesus Christ. That's actually kind of funny because it's like pretty ignorant. I don't understand that either though. Like, why are you investing in things that you're actually using? Like, I mean, I get that, but like, I don't know. I don't buy McDonald's stock because I like to eat McDonald's. Like, that's not something I want to be proud of. If I own McDonald's, it's because I believe the company will exist in a very long time from now with good standing. I don't know, what's another good example? What's a product that you guys use that you would also invest in if you wanted to? He said Happy Meals are up now, toys suck. Dude. Oh, yo, Chef, you should check out LW. Go to Google and type in what does LW do. I think this stock will blow your mind. One of my gangsters in here found it. Speaking of McDonald's. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird to say I wouldn't invest in Ulta because you don't wear makeup. Like, that's like, okay. So you just don't care about making money, I guess. Bet. So you're only allowed to invest in things you actually use. All of us would own Netflix. All of us would own PayPal. Well, most of us. Almost all of us would own AMD or Nvidia. Because most of you here have computers or a laptop to some extent. Or Apple, maybe. LW is a stock, yes. This isn't a troll. I'm sending you a legit name. I'm not trolling. Here, you know what? I'll just bring it up on Google and I'll send you I'll just send you what I was wanting to blow your mind with. LW market share. Now, what did I type to get what I wanted? Okay, here it is. Thank God. Thank you, generative AI. I'm not joking. The greatest thing Google has ever added is generative AI. I'm not joking. If you ever go to Google and you type something, you never have to click a link ever again in your life. You can just read whatever's right there. It gives you everything summed up into one message. Alright, but right there, that was the message I wanted you to see. I thought that was a pretty cool stock to find. Somebody said McDonald's though, and my mind stuck on the stock still, and it went to that, so that's why I said that. Because McDonald's is connected. Yo! My bad, Eric. I just saw this. Scaling up my stop loss was keeping it tight. Might have made it too tight, but closed out at a... What? Hold up. Hold up, wait a minute. We're about to review Eric's trade. Are you in my time zone, Eric? I'm just triple checking. I think you are an hour ahead of me. Yeah, you have to be. I'm stupid. I just looked at the times. So that'd be 8:43 my time, right? Bad entry. That's why I wanted to, because I was like, damn, what the hell? Alright, so this is your entry, but I want to see what you did. I'm not making fun of you. 11:03. Okay, this is pretty insane. I was about to say, that's damn near high of day right now. Okay. Alright, everybody throw frozen potatoes at Eric. No. Alright, let's see what we did here. Alright, so you are in that candle. I had to make sure. Okay, I will agree with you. Pretty bad entry. This is not a very Eric entry of you. But you did a good job because... let's ignore your entry. There's a low here, and then a new low is made here on the 1 minute, right? What I think is impressive is the fact that the very next candle does what, guys? What is this called? What do we call this part of our system? What is this doing right now? It's creating what? What is this candle doing by closing back over a level it just lost after a potential double bottom? What is this creating? Who can tell me? Garden Trader got it. Let's see who else gets it. I knew you would get it, though. Smartest Pupil Award goes to... There you go. Carter got it. I was looking for that word. Liquidity. So, I like that... I mean, I don't like your entry at all. But I do like that you at least paid attention to what you were looking at, though. So, even though you made that mistake, you kind of corrected it by not cutting it and taking that loss and understanding that, okay, well... We made it down to this level. Let's at least see if we break it. We didn't. Or we did, but then we retook it. Creating liquidity for probably bulls to go back up to whatever level's next, which in most cases is this level, which is good for you because you entered pretty close to that. A little further under, but then it made it all the way up. Good job, man. So, I mean, I don't like your entry, but I love every other part of that trade. Every other part of that trade was pretty much perfect. I even like that you sold here because this is our first outside of range target. I don't think it's fair to ignore it. So I'm very happy to see that that's where you got out at. I think it's very impressive, too, that you held through this area here. I think it's impressive. You didn't just, you know, take minimal profits here, which it probably was minimal profits. But very, very nice to see that you got a fat return on that hold, because that was a very, very big hold for you. Good job there, Eric. And good job, everybody who said 90% or liquidity. That was what I was looking for. Very, very nice. He was already like, no, don't look at the bad entry. But confirmed the play was going to go my way. No, I like that, man. You did great. I can tell you're a little excited, though. I feel like I would have done the same thing, though. I feel like I enter some trades like that too sometimes. It's almost like to challenge yourself, like to prove to yourself, do I know what I'm looking at? But a very weird challenge for ourselves. But either way, though, I'm very happy for you. That was a very nice hold. And you made sense of it. You didn't just get in and start freaking out. You know, you got in, You knew what went wrong, and you're like, all right, well, let's at least make the rest of this correct. So, now that was a very good bounce back by your mentality there. Wanted to hold till 537, but I didn't want to be greedy and meeting soon. No, yeah, that would be greedy in my opinion, because you got to think about what you just did. You had a bad entry, and you decided to hold it anyway. It went your way, and it didn't just go your way, it went your way in a big direction, and in a big way it went your way. So it's not fair for you to say, well, I'll just sell at the next level. Like, no, get out. That's not fair for you to say that. So, very good job kind of stopping your greed. Honestly, I was a little surprised you made it past today's open and these highs right here. I would have thought, you know, as soon as this hits the top of this, somebody would sell, but you actually held it to the next one, so. You could even make a case that that was still a little greedy, but again, like I said, you only had one contract, and you were kind of proving it to yourself, so I like that a lot. But you know what to work on, Eric. You've been doing this long enough. You've been here long enough. Triple Q's, nice recovery too. IWM seems to be struggling though. They did not recover like the rest of the market. So small caps definitely lagging behind a few of the few tickers in the market. EA coin, nothing new on those. Bad entry and a turnaround does not happen often, so in my books, yes, good return, but bad trade in my opinion. I would also agree. If we ignore the first part of the trade, though, it's like a 10 out of 10 trade. That's what's funny. Nothing to be ashamed of either. It's not like that's not like bad or anything. I mean, it is bad, but it's not like we need to be sit here and be ashamed of or anything. Like, we're human. Funny stuff like that's gonna happen. Let's ignore the bad part. Haha. If only I got the bottom, that would have been a banging. Yeah. If you would have somehow caught 531.30s and then you told me you sold at 535.60s, I would have called you crazy. $4.50 move like that, that's really, really big. Like, you guys don't understand, like, you don't need to be catching moves like that either. You could catch half of that for a day trade, and it's amazing. It's a very impressive trade still. To catch over that's even crazier. So, I see that a lot in myself. I see that a lot in the traders that are in chat. I notice that when people reach out too far and go for trades they probably shouldn't be reaching for, that's when the mistakes start to pile up. It's almost nothing to do with the individual and how they trade. It's almost always the momentum that they had. Because momentum can go both ways. It can be something, and next thing you know, you're on like a crazy streak. Could also be a huge FU. You know, just taking like 8 losses in a row over and over and over and over and over. You just aren't learning anything. You're just clustered. Alright, not seeing anything new on those. See my sectors one more time. We see our tech chart still kicking ass. But also, what else do we notice in our sectors, guys? Down here in the bottom left of my screen here, what do we see? What changed from earlier? We see tech is green, maybe even up a little bit more percentage-wise. But what else has changed across our 5 sectors? Can anybody tell me? Let's see who else noticed. Eric said, by the way, to kind of add more into what we were talking about earlier, he said, yes, but for new folks, I want them to know bad trades don't always fix themselves. I knew my risk, what I was willing to lose. If I had more contracts, I would have been out way sooner than holding and exiting sooner once the turnaround happened. 100%. No, I like that too. Good self-awareness. Because like we said, you were only in one contract, so you could be a little bit more free with it, a little bit more flexible, but it's still not a good thing to do, like Eric's saying. You still want to be mature about things, regardless of how many contracts you have. Especially when you have more, too. Yeah, for real, Maddie, you're telling me. You're telling me. I should have just waited. It always happens to me that I take big wins with smaller sizing. The moment I size up, I got absolutely pegged on the stop loss. You know it's Tobias when he uses that vocabulary. But guys, nobody answered me, so I'm going to go ahead and answer for you. The thing that changed on the sectors, besides tech still being up, if not more up, is the fact that other sectors recovered a lot more. All of those sectors were down a lot more than that earlier. So just that slight change gives us a little bit more awareness, gives us more context on what the chart's telling us. We know that SPY is up, but why? We know that tech was up, but what else helped tech? We saw that the other sectors helped recover a little bit. I'm not going to say they recovered completely, because they didn't. But very good show of somewhat recovery. You can see healthcare, banks, discretionary, and comms. Which comms actually looks like the worst one so far. And they are down the most. Just going to keep watching it. It hasn't really broke anything. Exactly, Maddie. And that's what we need to be. That's what we should have been doing, honestly. Last week I should not have answered that early. That was on me. And I will take that one. But yeah, let's keep watching Moderna, because it's in a really good spot still. Bob Johnson said, sectors are trying to break previous day close. Not all of them. I was just simply pointing out the vague stuff, you know, that they had recovered from earlier. Just context from before to now. But yes, you are right as well. Because it's good to keep context in the back of your mind, like what were these doing earlier and what are they doing now? Because then you know if you're more bullish or bearish than you were, you know, from open to now. I don't know why I keep trying to zoom the chart up so much. We'll just keep it there so we can have all of our targets on the screen. Wow, nasty reversal. Nasty reversal after touching 535.60s. I say nasty because of the pacing. There was 3 candles and then a large sell. This is definitely hurting a lot of people that might have been holding calls. Breaking today's open, even making it down to 533.60s. What a massive pull. Oh, never mind. Nox already posted. He beat me to it. Hey Bueller, have you ever traded IWM based on SPY levels? No, because that would not work. Most of the time, Manny, and I'm not getting onto you, most of the time you'll see them work together sometimes because they're part of the same markets for the most part. But other days, like right now, even earlier today when everything was going up, IWM was actually rejecting and pulling back before them. It's because they're two different sectors. So SPY, think of SPY as like a really big, just major pie, right? This is like the most important part of the market, in my opinion. Tech, Triple Q, and XLK, which is tech, these are just a sector of the market, right? So Triple Q is going to be more tech-related tickers, right? It's not just, you know, Apple and Microsoft. There's other ones in there. Those are just the major ones I mentioned. But IWM is different for both of those. This is small caps. So this is going to have a completely different group of stocks inside of this. Some of them are tech, some of them are different, but all of them are of the Russells, of the Russell 2000 and 3000, which IWM's 2000, in case you didn't know. But this is going to be different. So here, let me get you a Google link that shows you the list of stocks. And you could anybody could look this up. And anytime you guys want to look up something you might not understand, like an ETF, just type in that ETF, in my case IWM, and then type in holdings. And you're gonna want to look for a list that has percentages. You don't care about all the other stuff. Which I'm just gonna link you the website I use. Damn, they updated it. It actually looks a lot better now. Okay, here it is. Which you probably won't even recognize some of the top holdings in this sector. What took a poop? I think it was a few sectors at once, because remember, guys, and this is why I said please look at this real quick, because remember, XLK was just up 3. It was up 3 on the net change. All of these were either 0. The worst one was XLC at minus 31. They have now all completely changed. So what can we take away from that? This was a market-wide reaction. So that's why you're getting such a quick, aggressive reaction. Almost every single time you see a large red candle or large green candle, your sectors are either working very well together or you have one sector just going on a berserk streak, okay? So make sure you guys look at a huge move. Make sure you're going back and looking at your sectors and understanding that, yes, they are working together. You don't get big candles on the big pie chart unless all of the individual slices are working together, if that makes sense. Because that's, again, what this is. It's a big pie. These are the slices. These are the ingredients that go in the slices, the different weights. And good job, and Unthoughtful Devil calling out the Mag 7. They're all basically doing the same mirror effect. Yeah, pretty insane move. Tobias said, I am out. My inner Mel acted up. Where is Mel? How's he doing? Thank you for the answer. I was trying it for about 3 weeks. You were right. Sometimes it may work, not always. Yeah, and that's because of, like, let's say we have a really bullish day, Manny. Everything is going to be bullish. Some things may be more than not, but everything's going to be bullish. And same thing for bears, right? If we have a super bearish day, everything's going to react that way. So following those levels might throw you off because some days they work, some days they don't. But that's why they do and don't, is because they're completely different sectors. Completely different parts of the market. Completely different uses of the market, really. But good question, because some people might not have known that. Actually, Manny, do you have access? Maybe you don't. But for anybody who might be interested, if you go to the educational section down at the bottom of the Discord, there's a channel called Keys. There's actually a lot of information breaking down exactly what he just asked about IWM, SPY, and Triple Q. I actually, that's kind of what got me into the market, was dividends, but also the sectors. It was really cool how the math was broken up. You know, because when I started out, Apple was God. Nothing was even close to Apple. Like, Apple weighed most of SPY, most of tech, most of everything. Now Microsoft weighs more. You know, so things change. But it's just kind of cool to know how the market actually works. Because even when you're wrong, at least you'll understand why instantly, right? So what's cool about this is, let's say SPY's going up, but you just, for the love of God, cannot figure out why. You just don't know why everything's going up. But then you start going through the sectors, and you realize, oh, tech's up, healthcare's up, banks are up, discretionary's up, comms are up. Well, now you know it's a market-wide sector reaction. It's not just Apple going up, right? It's not just Microsoft going up. No, it's a multiple sectors going up. Other days, you're going to notice that it is only the combination of one or two sectors. It's not always going to be a market-wide reaction. But that's what gives off the most exciting moves, as a lot of us like to put it, or when sectors work together. You think you have? Okay. Yeah, if you do, definitely check that out. I might have made that a free channel, but definitely go through it if you see it. Apparently, Donald Pump is back on Twitter. Wait, is that actually why that moved this? That'd be a little annoying if that's what did it. Okay, off topic, but me going to Twitter made me click this. This is again why I don't check social media, because shit like this. But this is crazy. So listen to this crazy story. It says, school worker jailed for $1.5 million of chicken wing theft. So I saw that title. I was like, I gotta read this. Like, what is this? What does this involve? Vera Liddell, a 68-year-old former food service director at Harvey School District 152 in Illinois, has been sentenced to 9 years in prison for stealing $1.5 million worth of chicken wings intended for students during the COVID-19 pandemic. The theft occurred between July 20th and February 2022. 2 years involving 11,000 cases of chicken wings. Liddell used her position to order the chicken wings, bill the school district, and keep the wings for herself. The case has drawn attention due to the unusual nature of the crime and the significant amount... Wait, yeah, what? Hold up. I have a couple questions for this investigation. Okay, she fucked up. Okay, we're all past that, right? But who back tested these 11,000 cases over 2 years of time? And if they weren't back tested, that means somebody was watching this live. Why didn't they step in before the 11,000 fucking cases were taken? What the hell? That's crazy. 2 years of chicken wings, man. Apparently 2 years of chicken wings equals $1.5 million. Did not know that. I'm sorry, that was very off topic, but I had to read that. Because that made no damn sense. Bob Johnson said, that's why we didn't have no chicken wings. Did Donald Trump really move the markets like this when he was in office? I'm gonna be honest with you, he did, but a lot of it was to the upside. I don't know why most people remember it so awfully. I think people forget that COVID literally happened. But no, it wasn't just because of Trump. Like, I hate when people... Not you, Bob, but other people that were around in those times, like, quickly forget that Trump was actually a lot of the reason we had stability in some of the markets. I hate to say it, but without Trump, I don't think the stock market would have done as well when he was around, because that was a very bad time for just overall global economics. It wasn't just Trump. Like, he was volatility himself, yes, but there was a lot more going on. So I think, honestly, a lot of what he did was overlooked in terms of stock market. But trade deals, the China war in terms of like the China trade deal war, all of that was real though. Yes, the Trump volatility was very real, but there was reasoning to it. There was a literal trade deal going on, and it was being prolonged for a very long time. It probably won't even be done until he's back in office again, but I don't know. I'm not worried about all that yet. I think a lot of awesome deals are going to be done over the next few years, and if not, then whatever. But if they are, then that should help a lot of global economics ease up a little bit, regardless of who's in power everywhere. Oh, okay, yeah. So you started after COVID? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so you probably heard what I'm like complaining about then, because a lot of people that were around in those times, it was really political. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm very non-biased in terms of political world. But man, people really hated Donald Trump when he got in, or after he was in for a while. At first, it was like everybody loved it, right? Everybody was in love with this idea. Over time, more people hated it. And then Biden came into office, and I thought everybody was going to be happy, like, because they finally got what they wanted. No, it got worse. Yes, the stock market has progressed, but that's because global economics have eased up a little bit. It's not just because of Biden. He hasn't really done much on the foreign policy front, if that makes sense. He's done a little bit here in America, but not a lot has been done against other countries and the trade deals that are being had right now. You know, how much are we getting for imports and exports, basically? Because we get a lot of exports. So that's why it's very important to understand that we need good foreign policy. I don't care who's president. I don't give a fuck. But we need someone with good foreign policy so we can have better trade deals. And that's what Trump was good for. Trump was good for foreign policy. That was probably the only main thing he was really good at, I'll be honest. A lot of people hated him, but his foreign policy was damn near perfect. I mean, he had foreign leaders eating out of his hands. And everybody might be like, yeah, but why are we doing deals with these countries? Would you rather be doing deals with these countries over imports and exports, or shooting bullets at each other? Let's be honest. What's the lesser of evil in that situation? And the stock market does really good in one of those situations. So I don't see the problem with that. But there was a lot of hate regarding Trump. But I think a lot of people easily forget that this was also literally during COVID. the housing market, and remember energy too. Energy was skyrocketing. You know, there was so much going on at that time. I don't think it mattered who was in office as president. I'm gonna be honest. I think if Obama was there, I think if George fucking Bush was there, I don't think anything would have gone different or been better, at least. I think no matter who was in office during that era was just screwed, because that was a lot. But I will say this. Biden wasn't as bad as most people thought he was going to be. Yes, he was pretty bad, but he could have been way worse. It could have been a lot worse. Yes, also inflation makes the market look better than reality. And I think a lot of people are stuck in this mindset of like, oh, it's political year, stocks have to go up. No, they don't. I think this time is going to be an exception, because this is the time that I think all of us already kind of know that Trump's probably going to win. So I think we're kind of moving past that and pricing in other things. Because if you go look, Kamala hasn't even gone campaigning. She hasn't even tried. So I don't even think there's much resistance there. Remember, if you're going to talk about politics in here, you can't be biased. You have to understand that there is so much shit on both sides. And you have to understand, why are Republicans good? Why are Democrats good? Democrats are really good at in-house rules. I would say Republicans are really good at out-of-house rules, which is why it's really easy to remember them. But if that even makes sense to anybody, my stupid little metaphors. But yeah, a lot of political BS. And I don't know if Trump this next time around is going to be good or bad for the market. I really don't know. I hope that he's good for the market. I hope that trade deals happen. But it might be in a very bad timing with how the rest of the world's going. I mean, there's like 3 wars almost going on right now. So. Yeah, I'm excited for the debates too, because I kind of want to see how strict Kamala's going to be. I also want to see if she's serious about that whole cannabis policy. Because if you guys don't remember, she actually was kind of against it, and Biden was for it. And so when that was one of the issues when they were president and VP together, was that they had a couple issues as Democrats that they weren't really agreeing on. So they just never really got talked about or done. But now that she's there alone without Biden, you might see more strict policy on different things, and she might even be opening up to different policies now that she's not the VP, now that she's not trying to be VP, now that she's trying to become the president. So I think she's going to change a lot of her policies as well. I think you're going to see she's not as strict as she once was. But I really don't care. I'm just excited for the markets. I don't care who wins. I don't care about any of that. But we're going to definitely keep our eyes open for different lists, because when Biden versus Trump happened, we had 2 really cool stock market lists, and it was basically whoever wins, which list will do better. And when Biden won, the list did amazing. There were so many energy tickers on there. There were so many different tickers on there that were just like super Biden related, right? And at first you probably looked at that. All of us probably did. We probably looked at that and we're probably like, oh, that's all just like bias. That's not actually going to do much or whatever, you know, probably not thinking about it too much, giving it too much life. But guess what? Energy tickers did amazing for years after that, after Biden won. So I think I want to definitely get the same thing going for this time around. So I'm going to wait till after the debate, and then we'll get some good stock market lists going with different equities from, if Kamala wins, which stocks should perform better based on policy, of course. And if Trump wins, which stocks should do better based on his policy, of course. So I think that'll be fun to do again. That was definitely fun. That's kind of why I was talking about all this. I wanted to kind of ease into that. Because, again, I don't really care if you guys are Trump supporters, Biden supporters, Kamala supporters. I don't care. Like, none of that matters to me. Trading matters. The stock market matters. And getting those watch lists based on policy change will matter. By the way, I'm sorry for making y'all stare at XLF for this long. But nothing changed here on SPY. We're just still breaking back down under the previous day close, as we saw earlier. And right now, we've been trading for about 19 minutes, almost 20 minutes under this level again. So possibly looking at a bearish retest under the previous day close if we do not get back above it. So 532.90 is possibly giving us a bearish retest, guys. Nice. Guys, if you have premium or lifetime, please go over into the VIP section. Go to the Kindred channel. Please react to that test message. I just want to see how many people were expecting to be looking at the bot. Because I had no idea when he asked me. But yeah, again, if you have premium or lifetime, please definitely go check out that channel and add a reaction to it. It's just a test message. Just to make sure we're all good. Let's see if this bearish retest ends up holding. I definitely like this look here against this 532.90 on the 5-minute chart, guys. Pretty obvious retake too. If it retakes this level, we're wrong. Simple as that. And thank you guys. We got over 30 likes on today's stream. Over 110 people have clicked on it today. Thank you guys. My bad, Simple. He said you gotta mention RFK. Don't upset Joe Rogan. But yeah, I'm excited for the stock market, honestly. How is everybody in stream still, by the way? I wanted to ask for a wellness checkup. It has been a little over 2 hours since the market opened. A little over 2 hours since the beginning of the stream. As we approach the lunchtime window. Getting pretty close to it now. Of course, it's only 10:43 where I am, but in New York, it is 11:43. So almost noon for them. Someone stole my laundry and my money at the same time. Wait, really? Someone stole your laundry? That's crazy. Good to hear, Susan. Good to hear, VC. Just checking up on everybody on Discord and YouTube. I know the first couple hours can be a little tiring. Pretty good at Garden Trader, thanks for asking. I'm honestly just glad to be streaming. I want to try to get my... I mean, I kind of already did start streaming again more. I just... Not like I was before, but I want to try easing back into it again. We're almost like I was streaming every day. So if I could get 5 streams in this week, that would be swell. Or like 3 or 4. That'd be cool. With Kindred being in the premium part of chat too, it'll make me like not have to worry about not streaming as much too, because the reason I wasn't streaming as much is because I really needed to focus on people in chat too. Like I was kind of abusing them, like not really typing in chat as much. So I need to type in chat more, but also like DMs. There's plenty of people that like aren't ready to type in chat yet, so I try to get them to that point. But can't really do that while streaming. And I'm not gonna sit here and talk about trading 24 hours a day. Like I want to, you know, be able to log off my chart every now and then. Actually, it's funny you say that, Unsought Devil. He was asking me how did I manage with all the storm. Are you still in voice chat? Oh, you're not. My bad. That's awkward. That last candle closed over 532.90, which is the previous day close, by the way. So this does potentially eliminate that potential bearish retest that was going to give us that drop down to that 531.30s. Unless this candle just sells off, of course. But with that candle close, it does give them that potential to work towards the today's open again, just like earlier over here. Now, maybe not in the same amount of time, but we'll see. I say that, and then they start moving up quick again. What's up? What's everybody eating for lunch today? What you guys getting or thinking about? Or are we not thinking about lunch yet? This candle's looking pretty powerful too, damn. Went to get it out of the dryer and it was gone. Stupid wash house didn't know I needed this. Yeah, what? Jesus. What, they just like walk in there and they're like, oh, nobody's sitting in here. Time to just dump all the laundry machines of clothes. Like, what the hell? I'd get it if you like walked away and were gone like a day. But damn. Starting to see the More and more tickers in my watch list turning red on the day. Good looks. Zaya, what do you mean? Thinking about the opposite, actually? No, I mean, you could stop your laundry, but I mean, it sounded like Riak only walked away for a few minutes. Oh, yeah, stole your laundry. Yeah, someone stole his laundry. Which is weird as hell. Okay, never mind, guys. I said maybe they won't do this in the same amount of speed. They're actually doing this faster than the first time. This was in the course of 3 candles. This took like 5 or 4, sorry. They just did that in less amount of time than the first time. That's crazy. There's so much movement. If you go from here to here, from here to here, from here to here, from here to here, that is a lot of movement. I don't know the math on it, I didn't count, but that is a lot of movement already. Yo, Sand Dollar. He gifted a membership and it went to VC, which is actually good because VC will definitely be using it because VC is a real one. I was stalking this move and turned my head for a second and missed it. Damn. Yeah, I definitely got to be more decisive, I guess. You know, if you're going to do it, do it. But, you know, it's never a bad thing to miss out as long as you're learning from something. Or if you got something planned, you can look at it. He said, brutal stuff. Whole wardrobe got taken. I walked away while it was drying, came back, it vanished. They won't even check the camera, said it was my fault for leaving it unattended. Wait, so what are the cameras for then if they're not going to check them? God, I hate this place that you live at. I don't even live there. Because noon is coming. Mikey. What's up, Ace? Oh my god, guys, Ace is here. Bob Johnson said sound... Dude, it does sound like an inside job. It literally sounds like these people are against Riak. The administration of where he lives is like out to get him and his clothes. Guys, Ace Ventura is here though. I like how the only thing you type to is rigged. Strong entrance. Insane stuff. And the lady proceeded to tell me I look like I have expensive... Jesus. Oh, now we're doing the look-like thing. That's crazy. You look like someone with expensive clothes. What's up with the market today? Big swings? Honestly, I think it's just the mix of crowds. I'm not going to go and try to find an individual reason for everything on that one, because today is a little wild. But I will say, you got to remember market context. You know, what did we just do the past few weeks? You know, we had a really big, large drop to the downside. We've had an impulse buy, and now we're kind of at this point in the chart where we don't know if the impulse buying is over or not. So, honestly, I think it's just a large indecision. I think it's just so much indecision that it's not a small day. I think we're just getting a lot of large swings. Whereas normally you and me are used to seeing indecision as like a small day with wicks. But I can post the briefing update though if you guys want. Let me go post that in chat. So as of the market when it was at this point, and you can check trade floor for this, it says not a lot of conviction after a volatile week. Waiting on influential economic data this week, PPI, CPI, retail sales, and housing. And then it says choppy action in the treasuries acting as a limiting factor for equities. So basically stopping the money flow into equities as much. But it doesn't seem to be the case because we are definitely moving a lot. Damn, you were in Peru? Holy crap, these mountains are crazy. I actually have a friend from this country. dude, that looks crazy. That is so cool. I always find it kind of cool when you guys go to like crazy ass places around the world and then you send me pictures of it. It's kind of cool. Where's the most unique place you guys have ever been? Like, where's the coolest place you've ever been or been to vacation to? Even if it was just for like a couple days. It can be somewhere in America, it could be somewhere outside of America, it could be anywhere. Anywhere in the world. Where is somewhere that you have been that was pretty cool? That you enjoyed? And don't just say home. And React's not allowed to say a place where he has laundry. Alaska during the salmon run. I can't even say where you just said, Bob Johnson. Antigua? Is that right? That sounds right. Damn, this does look kind of nice. My reaction to everything you guys said. Damn. Sean said he just got back from Mozambique. What the hell? You got what? Everybody's going everywhere. We got Peru, we got Mozambique, we got Alaska, Antigua. Dr. J said you could literally grab the salmon from road ditches. That is crazy. Oh my god, Sinful. I just read what he said. When React's laundry got taken, Sinful said, "It's her kids' back to school clothes now." Oh my god. I'm gonna tell myself that though, so at least it's being out to you. Yeah, you could be like, yeah, man, I helped father that child. Perfect. What was Mozambique? Yeah, what was Mozambique like? That actually sounds crazy. How was that? How many salmon is that? Oh my god. See, this is why I told Sinful to be in the text chat today. Very poor, but very beautiful. People there were so kind and welcoming. Damn. Sounds like a heartwarming experience. If I had to say a place, I would say Puerto Rico. When I went to Puerto Rico, I was only there for a week, but that was so much fun. One day we're in the streets hanging out with like just random people and eating street food. The next day we're like up in the mountains and I'm like in this like freezing pond or whatever. It's so cold. When you jumped in, it literally felt, the only description that made sense to me was when you jumped into the water, it felt like there were 1,000 knives poking you all around your body, like for a quick second. It was so damn cold. I also got so sick, I had to leave early. I was so sick, I didn't even go to a doctor there. I was like, no, get me out of this country. Like, I'm going home. I was like dying almost at the end. I think I had like food sickness or something. But that was still like the greatest trip I'd ever experienced. It was so much fun there. They also have this like really, really cool old fort. I'm like really into like military stuff, but they had this like really cool old fort. I thought that was cool. What else was there? Iguanas. There were a lot of cool animals there that I wasn't used to seeing. Or as many of, you know, you go to like zoos here and you see like basic animals, but it's kind of cool. If you ever go to a different country, go to the zoo there. If they have one. Because a lot of the time, there's like a lot of different crazy animals that you're not used to seeing as much of. Or if at all. But I always thought that was cool. But cool, good answers, guy. I just was, honestly, I thought about that, then I figured I'd ask y'all. Very cool responses. Let's see, what else? JC, I'm not gonna lie. When I read your message, I read it super quick. So I read bail for 6 months, and I was like, wait, what? She was in jail? Or what? So when I asked that question, I was like, why did she answer that way? She said Bali, Bali, however you pronounce that, for 6 months. Damn, 6 months. That must have been amazing. It was years ago. Garden Trader said Sylvan Lake in South Dakota. Oh, I bet that was pretty beautiful. Manny said Costa Rica. I've never been to Costa Rica, but I've always had a bunch of friends who've been there. I think even my mom's been to Costa Rica. Everybody's been there. JC said Pura Vida in Costa Rica for real. Yo, Letterbuck, can I ask you a question? How come you're looking at Webull, but there's a Robinhood logo? Is that like a pop-up or a pop-out? Like you're trading on that, but looking at Webull? If so, you're insanely organized. I also like that he had Discord under all of that, too. If you guys look into Trade Floor, I would actually say what Letterbuck posted is a good visual of what you should be looking at next based on what our levels are. What's next kind of post, kind of like that. He said, all on my phone today. I tried on Webull and today I'm trading small. Okay, okay. I was just curious. I had never seen anybody do that, so I thought that was kind of cool. I feel like I always, like, see people complain. Or actually, I don't see as many people complain about phone trading as I used to. Way back in the day, I swear everybody used to complain about it. But nowadays, I feel like it's just so easy to trade on the phone. Even back then, it really wasn't that bad. It's pretty easy. I mean, not easy in terms of, like, charting. Charting is a bitch. I won't argue anyone there. But, like, actually physically trading things you already have prepared. But good job, man. I can see you're definitely organized. Nard saying, this guy is a Samsung. I can tell. An organized guy with the Samsung. Well, I think I'm going to end the stream there, guys, now that we're in the lunch period of the day, not just for EST, but for my time zone as well now. I think it's a good break for everybody to go get some lunch or just kind of chill for a bit. You could definitely check into the chat towards the end of the day, see if there's any posts for Power Hour. If not, though, I will see you tomorrow. I plan to stream tomorrow. If there are any trades taken by Kindred while I'm streaming, I'll try to show some of them, but I don't want to show all of them because that kind of eliminates the purpose of it being there. But yeah, I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day. I hope you guys don't do anything crazy. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, which isn't a whole lot. But yeah, just have a great rest of your day. Try not to do anything stupid. Let's try to do more reviewing, more towards from now to the end of the day. I think towards the end of the day, though, you'll probably have another good size move, just based off what we've seen so far. Because we've moved a lot, but we didn't really go anywhere, if that makes sense. Because we're kind of stuck between a $4.50 range, but we just moved, what? 534 to this. Let's just say 4. And then we move from here to another 4, so $8. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 12, 13,
Yeah, $14. We moved $14 in between a $4 range. That's a lot. That alone should give us context on what price is trying to do. And I think it's screaming at us that it's just trying to settle. It's just trying to consolidate. It's trying to find normality. If you guys remember when we talked about this last week in the swing stream and the week before that in the swing stream, normality. And a lot of the time they're just working to hit that 9 EMA on the daily. You can see the 9 EMA on the daily is at 532.39. So that's about in this area, right? So I could see us bouncing around this, and that's exactly what price has been doing. So it's just finding normal. It's finding its normal levels. It's just trying to settle. So I don't think we're gonna get any trendy days today or tomorrow. I think we're gonna have to focus this week on the news that's coming out this week, and then after all that news is out, where are we then? And then from there, that's where we should decide: are we gonna keep going up or keep going down? Which, in my opinion, I actually think we're gonna just keep going up. But in my opinion, doesn't matter. We'll focus on that after this news week is done. But just remember, this week is heavy on news. Everybody is waiting on news this week. So don't decide to be bullish or bearish this week. Focus on that at the end of this week, early next week, please. So this week, just focus on being reactive, in and out, short-term stuff only. I wouldn't be looking at any long-term, trades right now. Investments are different, but for options trading, this is what I'm talking about. And I'm done ranting now. I'm sorry. I will let you all go now. Please have a great rest of your day. Have a great lunch, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Be on the lookout for any levels posts or any review posts. If you guys have time later in the day, definitely be sure to click on results and review or the post charts channel and review some of your peers' posts as well. There's a lot of really good posts, a lot of really cool people in here. And yeah, I'll see you guys later on. Have a great rest of your day again.